And now you have your water bottle holder. And you can tie it to whatever you want. And you can make the chain as thick as you want. Now for the water bottle holder, I used camouflage yarn, and this is Red Heart Super Saver. And I used my J or 6mm crochet hook. And of course you'll need your scissors and your tapestry needle. We're going to start with a magic circle. You're just going to drape the yarn across your 4 fingers and stabilize it with your thumb, and then wrap it around your 2 middle fingers twice and hold it with your pinky and your thumb. Then you're going to take your crochet hook and go under those 2 loops around the middle fingers, and then you're going to bring up a loop, and then you're going to yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and go through that loop for your slip knot. And now you're going to do 6 single crochet into the magic circle. So you're going to go under those 2 loops, bring up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and go through both for a single crochet. You're going to do 6 single crochet into the magic circle. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you're going to take your 4-finger and your thumb. You're going to hold it at the base of those 6 single crochet, and then you have those 2 loops on the other side of the magic circle. You're going to pull on one of them. If it doesn't pull, you're going to let go and pull on the other until it closes. And then you take your loose yarn in and pull on that. And don't worry if it's not completely closed. We can close it more later. Now you're going to do 2 single crochet into every stitch around for a total of 12. So go into that first stitch, bring up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through both for a single crochet. And then you're going to do 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. So you have 2 single crochet into every stitch around for a total of 12, and then come back. So now your work should look like this, and you can see how I have a large center in the magic circle that's open. So just turn your work over if you have that as well, and pull on that loose yarn end until it's closed. And then you can see how it closed up nicely. And now we're going to do increase rounds. So go ahead and get a yarn marker. I'm just going to use one of my loose scraps of yarn. Just place it right where you left off. And then you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And then 2 single crochet into the second stitch. And then you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around back to the yarn marker. Now just take your yarn marker, move it up to where you left off, and we're going to do another increase round. So now you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then in the 3rd stitch, you're going to do 2 single crochet into the same stitch. And then you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around back to the yarn marker. Okay, so now you're going to take your yarn marker and move it up for our last increase round. And now you're just going to do 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then you're going to do 2 single crochet into the 4th stitch. And you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around back to the yarn marker. Okay, so now you're going to take your yarn marker out, and you're just going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch. So go into the next stitch. You're going to yarn over and bring the yarn through both loops on your hook for a slip stitch. And then you're going to chain 1. And then into the next stitch over, you're going to do a double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, bring up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2. And that's the pattern we're going to alternate around. So single crochet into the next stitch, and then double crochet into the second stitch. And you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around back to where you started, and then come back and I'll show you what to do next. Now I just finished a double crochet, so I'm going to do a single crochet into the next stitch, and then the next stitch is a single crochet, and this was on the previous row. So I'm going to do a double crochet into the previous row's single crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, go into that single crochet, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2. And then on the previous row's double crochet, I'm going to do a single crochet. And then you're going to start alternating, doing single crochet above the previous row's double crochet, and then a double crochet above the previous row's single crochet. And you're just going to keep repeating that pattern all the way around until you've reached the size that you want. So keep alternating that pattern, doing a single crochet in the previous row's double crochet, and then doing a double crochet in the previous row's single crochet until you've completed the size that you want. Okay, so this is what mine looks like so far, and I went ahead and put my water bottle on the inside, and this one is about 14 rows that I've done. So once you have it the size you want, then I'll show you how to do the top row for the tie. But if you don't like it being too big or too loose, when you first started and did your increase rounds, we went to 1 single crochet in 3 and then 2 single crochet in the 4th stitch. So if you want a little smaller, you could do 1 single crochet into 2 stitches and then 2 single crochet in the 3rd stitches and then start your rows. So however big or small that you want your water bottle holder. So once you have the size that you want, then you can do a slip stitch into the next stitch over. So yarn over and bring the yarn through both loops on your hook for a slip stitch. And now we're going to do a V-stitch. So you're going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as your first double crochet. Then you're going to chain 1. And then you're going to do a double crochet into the same stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go into the same stitch, bring up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2. And then you just formed your first V-stitch. Now you're going to skip a stitch. You're going to skip the next stitch over and work a double crochet into the second stitch. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to go into the second stitch, you're going to bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2. Then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do a double crochet into the same stitch. So yarn over, go in the same stitch, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through 2. And you can see how you're forming a V-stitch across the top of your water bottle holder. So go ahead and finish doing your V-stitches all the way around back to the beginning, and then come back. Remember, skip a stitch and then do a double crochet into your second stitch, then chain 1 and do another double crochet into the same stitch, and repeat that pattern all the way around back to the beginning. Now when you finished your last V-stitch, you're just going to take your crochet hook and go into the top stitch of your first double crochet that you did. And then you're going to yarn over and bring the yarn through both loops on the hook for a slip stitch. Then you're going to finish off. You're going to yarn over and pull enough yarn to bury into your work. And then you're just going to bury your loose yarn ends. And I'm going to start with the one in the center on the inside of your work. Just take your tapestry needle, take that loose yarn end and put it onto your tapestry needle, and then you just kind of weave your tapestry needle through the inside of your work. And then just cut the loose yarn end. And then you turn it back so the right side is facing you. And then go ahead and bury your other loose yarn end and then come back and I'll show you how to do the tie. Now for the tie, we're going to start with a slip knot. So just take your yarn and fold it over on itself to form a loop. Then take your crochet hook, and I'm still using my J crochet hook or 6mm crochet hook. Then I'm going to yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop to form a slip knot. And now you're going to form a chain. So I'm going to show you 4 of them. You just yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and go through the loop for 1, 2, 3, 4. So go ahead and form a chain for as long as you want your tie, and then come back and I'll show you what to do next. So you should have finished your chain. My chain is a chain of 70. If you wanted to do the same size as mine is a chain of 70. And once you have the size of the chain that you like, we're going to finish off. Just yarn over and pull enough yarn to tie your knot. And then what you're going to do is take the end and pull so it's really tight on the end to form a knot. And then take your scissors and you want to leave about 2 centimeters of yarn on the end. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now you're just going to take your chain and you're going to weave it in between your V's at the top of your bag, your water bottle holder. So just take and weave the chain in and out in between the V's until you've reached where you started. Now I'm back to where I started. So I'm going to take my water bottle, just stick it right inside, and now you can tie a little bow at the top. And now you have your water bottle holder. And you can tie it to whatever you want. And you can make the chain as thick as you want.